What's up, guys? We are again going to be doing another review. Our first thoughts, well, more like our first thought slash review since I've already gotten one season out of the way. So we're going to be discussing Lioness or Special Ops Lioness, however you want to say it. The another show created and written by Tara Sheridan. Again, I know there's been a lot of controversy about him, what he's done with Yellowstone, and among other shows and things of that nature. But I want to get into my own personal opinion about this show. So the entirety of this show is based around the character Joe, who's played by Zoe Saldana, who of course played in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Avatar, and etc. We also have, of course, Nicole Kidman in here. We have Joe Wagner in here. We have Morgan Freeman in here. We have a lot of, I would say, legendary actors and good actors and actresses in this show. So the entirety of this show is based around Joe. She is a spec ops team leader who controls the Lionesses program. Of course, she's got to answer to her higher ups. The character Caitlin, played by Nicole Kidman, is one of them, and they handle Lioness program. They got to go to the Secretary of Defense. They got to go to all these different ones within within the United States, higher ups within, of course. We have not seen the president just yet. We have seen, of course, Morgan Freeman, who I'm assuming he's playing the Secretary of Defense, which I can pretty much guess on. And basically, what Joe does is she goes and they find different targets within the world and they take them out, but they get someone within the Lioness program, someone that is evidently female, and they get trained. They get more trained up from what they already have. Like one of the characters, Cruz, she came from a very bad background. We learn about her being abused, also taken advantage of. She joins the Marines and she becomes, I guess, a prodigy. And then Joe finds her and she gets her into the Linus program and she teaches her different things of how to go so deep undercover. But it does not go as well as expected because when Cruz meets the character Alea, who is the target's daughter of a terrorist, she and her do become friends, and then they become love interests, and things become really crazy within that time frame. And Joe having to deal with not only the possibilities of what's going on with Cruz, but also within her team, other issues, trying to handle her program, handling her team, handling home life between her oldest daughter pretty much getting out of control, getting into an accident, and other things that happens within the series. And then, of course, her husband having not to be able to talk to them about a whole lot of stuff because, again, with the way her job is and keeping things away from her family, her kids, and being away all the time and having to go from anywhere in the United States to anywhere in the world at a moments of a call, of a drop of a call, and it's very rough. And you can definitely see that within the character. And I think Zoe Saldana, she did such an amazing job with this so far, and everyone else as well, to portray not only from a military standpoint of what someone goes through when you're in that life, but from the female side of it. And I will definitely say this: I'm kind of happy we are getting a female perspective from a military standpoint because again, we do get that in movies. And again, guys, I'm not saying because I'm pro this, pro that. No, I have no problem seeing a female kick ass. Let me rephrase that. I have no problem seeing a female kick ass as long as that character has flaws, as long as that character has development and he or she is not all full of themselves and they grow as a character or they get deformed as a character and there's issues. Again, Joe is not perfect. She has issues where she is a bitch. She is full of herself. She is courageous. She is selfless. And there's times she's a good leader, and there's times she's a bad leader, a good wife, good mother, bad mother, however you want to describe her. And again, they do a good job showing that because, again, from the female perspective, I would say they really do show because, again, it's different for a female going to war than it is, I would say, for a male or however you want to say it. Because, again, for a female, they are leaving their husband, they are leaving their children because they give birth to those children, and they're having to be away from them. And again, for a father, for a male, yes, their wife is alone. There's always possibility of that woman cheating on that man for the Dear John letter, or not being able to see their children grow, or their sons or daughters or both resenting them. Same thing for a female. It shows all that in this series, and it really does show what happens when you are at the dropping call of a hat for not only the United States military, but also for how high your clearance is and how high what your job is and what your task is within the military as well. And from Showing everything from this season was very, I would say, more dramatic within the first season. I'm still in season 2 right now. I should be caught up very soon. But season 2 so far has been more of action packed, more or action and drama rather than just more drama than anything else within this season. And I'm enjoying that a little bit more because, again, you're going to have to see that within this series as well. But again, there are characters you're either probably going to love, there's characters you're probably going to hate, like you do in any series. I'm enjoying myself right now. So if you guys want to check this out, you guys can definitely check it out on Roku, Paramount, probably YouTube TV, Prime Video, whatever your interest is or what apps you have or can afford. Again, give this show a shot. It is very well done. It is very well written. It is very well shot within a lot of different areas within, I would say, the world or however they try to shoot it in the world. And I will say this again: I have my own issues with Tara Sheridan, but at the same time, the guy knows how to write. The guy knows what he's doing from when it comes to a story, to characters, to uh, shots, everything of that nature. Now, again, he does have a tendency of trying to write himself in the show, which he does in this show as well in season 2 as of right now, and tries to play like a badass spec ops soldier. So again, you're going to be seeing him somewhere, somehow, in probably any of his shows. But regardless of how you feel about that, have you guys seen Lioness? Is it your favorite show? Is it a good show? Is it a bad show? Is it just there? Have you guys even checked it out yet? What is your overall opinion of this show? And again, guys, I'm not trying to say women are better in the military or men are better in the military. I'm not saying that by no means. If you guys are unaware, I come from a military family. I've been raised around military. I've been around military. I have friends that have served. I have friends that are currently serving. I have a grandfather that served in Vietnam. I had two great grandfathers that served in World War II. I have had an uncle that has served in the United States Army. I had a great aunt that served in the military as well in the Air Force and among other things. So again, I am very aware of things that happen in the military again because of being raised around it and learning about everything and also things of that nature. I may not know every crook and cranny in detail, but again, if you have served in the military of the United States military or any military, I salute you. Thank you for your service. But I will say this: they do a good job of showing the life in and outside of war in a conference room, and it also does show of, I would say, the BS of what happens within those conference rooms of one's trying to play. Oh, we need to keep like for example, there was one scene where they're trying to keep one character alive who was a target because of other connections within other countries and how it's going to make them look, how it's going to make the president look, and all these other issues. And there was one scene that I highly liked. And again, there's a character in there I was not a fan of because the guy that's always in here, he always plays a dick, but he literally says, if you didn't want him to be taken out, you should have taken him off the damn list. And that I fully agree with because that is part of the problem is you get these suits in here and they don't realize what the hell's going on. And there was another thing that really pissed me off, and this goes on in real life. There was a I'm not sure if she was a secretary of something or what her role is, but she literally states, "Oh, do we don't have no soldiers there?" And they look and go, "Yeah, we do. We have this amount of soldiers in this area." And I can't remember if it was Iraq or Afghanistan. And it's like, lady, do you not know where the hell your soldiers are? And I know this goes on in real life, and it really makes me angry that our men and women are currently serving overseas or anywhere, and you still don't know where the hell they are or how many people are assigned there. It's like you got that job for a reason, either because you did something to get that position, but clearly you did not earn that position if you clearly are not keeping up with what's going on. And you have other ones beneath you that know what's going on. But those are just my thoughts, guys. What are your thoughts about it? Let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you as always on the next one.